In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to multiply and divide polar coordinates. Now, the thing about this video is that I'm going to be explaining this for circuit analysis with alternating current. So AC circuit analysis, okay? So when you're dealing with inductors, capacitors, and impedances, this is what I'm going to be teaching, and my explanations are going to be focused on that. So if you're here for just multiplying and dividing polar coordinates, the logic will still work out, but just ignore the circuit analysis explanation. So right here, first things first, if you multiply two polar coordinates, simply multiply their magnitudes together. 3 and 4 is 3 times 4, which is equal to 12. So the new magnitude of the new polar coordinate is just simply 12. And when you're multiplying, all you need to do is simply add the 2 degrees. So if you have 30 and 60, you just add 30 plus 60 degrees to get 90 degrees. So the new angle for your answer for your polar coordinate is just 90 degrees. So all you need to do when you're multiplying is multiply the magnitudes and then add the angles. Okay, it's gonna be a little different for dividing. All right, so for dividing, now you simply just divide their magnitudes. That is all, right? For multiplying, you multiply the magnitudes of the polar coordinates. For dividing, you divide them. So this is 10 divided by 2, which is just equal to 5. So the new magnitude is simply just equal to 5. Now the thing about the angles is that when you're dividing polar coordinates, all you need to do is subtract the angles now. So when multiplying, you add the angles. When dividing, you subtract the angles. So you have 120 minus 45, which is equal to 80 degrees. So the new angle for your polar coordinate is 80. So the answer for this problem is 5 magnitude and 80 degrees. Now that I've gotten to the point of the video where you already know how to multiply and divide polar coordinates, it's pretty easy, right? It looks pretty simple. But the reason why you want to learn how to do this for AC circuit analysis is because if you have, for example, complex numbers like 3 plus 5 plus j3, and you want to multiply it with, let's say, 8 minus j2, right? You're gonna have to use FOIL and stuff like that, and it's just really annoying to do all this to do all that. So instead, you can just turn this into polar coordinates, and then just multiply them very easily like this. Okay, this is why you want to learn this for AC circuit analysis. But if you're more comfortable with FOIL, which I don't know who would be, I mean, like, this is significantly easier. You could use FOIL, right? You can just treat this as a two separate equations that you're multiplying together. But dividing is going to be significantly harder because you're going to have to use conjugates. So I'll make a separate video for that. But if you don't know what polar coordinates are, which I don't know why you'd be watching this video if you don't know. If you don't know what the complex plane is or what complex numbers are or how to use them for AC circuit analysis, I will link the videos down in the description. I also will link the playlist down in the description for anyone curious at looking at those videos. So let's go ahead and get on with this problem. I've been talking for a little bit. It's been like maybe a minute. No. So 5 times 2, right? Multiply the magnitudes of the polar coordinates together. So you get 5x2, which is just equal to 10. So new magnitude is 10. 45 and 150. Remember, when you multiply, you simply add these two coordinates together. So 150 minus 45. And the reason why I put minus here is because there's a negative here. Technically, we are adding a negative number in this case. All right. But I just simplified to subtraction. 150 minus 45 is 105. So you get 105 for this answer. Now we're dividing, so we simply divide the magnitudes. 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. So the new magnitude is 2. And since we're dividing, we just subtract the angles. So this is 210 minus negative 30, right? This is just simply equal to 210 plus 30, because the negatives cancel out. So you get 240 degrees here. So your angle and magnitude for the new polar coordinate is 2 and 240. But really, that's all for the video. Multiplication division for polar coordinates, not that bad. So as always, if you have any questions, put it down in the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing and liking the video. Thanks for watching.